Hello, I'm alongside Mehrad Sadri, one of the organizers of this event, Market Way. Would you please introduce yourself and give us some information about your company?
Thank you. First of all, thank you so much for the time that you spent with me. This is Mehrad. I'm a co-founder and chairman of Rewise Consultancy, a boutique market research agency in Iran. And before that, I was country manager of the GFK in Iran for almost 8 years. That's it.
Thank you. How did you see the event till now?
Honestly, this event is beyond my expectation. To be honest with you, this event is the first time that we have this great conference in specific in market research industry, and I'm so impressed about the people that participate in this event, the organizer, everything. It was beyond my expectation, and I'm really happy that this is the start of this type of event in Iran, specifically in this small industry, because the market research industry in Iran, it's not really big comparing to other worlds, but we are still in the start point of this industry. And I'm sure with this type of event and gathering, this industry can promote itself to the market, and the clients and the companies, they can get more familiar with this industry and how this market research can help them to improve their business.
Thank you. And I have a question about your industry, actually. Most of the startups couldn't go to foreign countries and do their businesses there. But as a market researcher and marketing researchers, you can cooperate with other companies at global market. Do you have any plan to enter to the global market?
Absolutely. We have this plan. But as of the infrastructure, we are trying to have the standard infrastructure. As you know, hopefully the ESOMAR organization support us for this event. And normally the reputable market research companies, they are member of ESOMAR organization, not only just as a prestige organization, because we believe that we should follow the rules, the new standard of the ESOMAR. And when I compare, as of the knowledge that we have here in Iran with other international companies, I believe there is this capacity in Iran that we can match our knowledge, our services with global and international services. And for this reason, in our company, we try to implement the standard and international standards just in case if all goes well and all international companies, either in the different brand or in market research, where once again they want to get back to this huge market, because believe me that Iran is a huge market, not only for this industry, for all industry. It's a very, very unique market. So I'm very optimistic about this issue, and I hope all goes well, and once again we can get back to the normal business situation.
Hopefully. And I have a question about the speakers. Most of the speakers talk about the speed of this market and growth and AI and something like this. Because you are involved with data analytics and you have to analyze all the data. What do you think about the position of artificial intelligence in your market?
This is just my personal opinion. I cannot expand it to anybody else. Hopefully or unfortunately, these days, this is a trend. AI is a trend for all businesses. Everybody is interested to talk about these topics. It's very, very unique, very popular. But personally, I believe in each industry, and especially in market research that I'm involved in it, first of all, you have to know the critical knowledge of this industry. If you know the critical knowledge and basic knowledge, and you can improve your knowledge in market research industry, then with the AI, you can expand and develop your business. Otherwise, if you are not professional in your business and you don't know the basic and fundamental knowledge of this industry, with AI, you cannot do anything. AI is a very good if you know the fundamental knowledge of your industry.
Okay, and I want to divide some knowledge which is in your industry. Something is cultural, and you cannot lean on AI for that.
Exactly.
And something is about data analytics, which is very good in artificial intelligence. And you are saying that combining these two together, your experience with the knowledge or with the technology could do something magical. So that's the reason most of the speakers talk about it.
You mentioned to the right issue, the culture, the infrastructure. I can give the answer of your question with a good sample. In GFK, during the time that I was involved in the GFK, we had the one and only retail audit panel in electronic consumer goods, IT electronic consumer goods. And we just collected the data in 21 cities in Iran. And on that time, we collected the data by pen and paper, almost 8-10 years ago. But on that time, we have a team, almost 125 people, collecting the data from 21 cities. Exactly at the same time, one of our countries is our neighbors. The size of that country is multiple times bigger than Iran, and they collected the information from the whole countries, not like us from 21 cities. Just they could manage this collection only with 6 people. You can compare 125 people, pen and paper, in 21 cities, and definitely we had some errors in our data, blah, 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 but they could collected the data from the whole countries, almost 10 times bigger than Iran, with only 6 people. Because according to the nature of their infrastructure, they could collected the data through the electronic channel. But still in Iran, still today, we cannot collect like this. Some brands, they have their own channel. They collected the data through their own channel. But to be honest with you, this channel is not representative of the whole of Iran. So we have the cultural issue, we have technological issue, infrastructure. So it takes time that we could convince the environment that what we are doing. As instance, sometimes when we want to have an interview with educated people, we cannot convince them because we are always afraid to keep the data for ourselves. This is the main problem. So as you mentioned, the cultural, it takes time that we can find a solution that how we can convince the people, the companies, the environment, collaborate with us.
And I want to talk about the data, as you said, of the companies. Did any company came to you to give you their data and say that we want to do something, here is our data, would you please analyze our data?
Yes, many times. Many times we had these cases, but based on the policy that we have, we never ever accepted to extract any analysis on the data that we don't know how they collect it. So normally, unfortunately, we should reject it, this type of requested, because especially in our company, one of the advantage that we have in the analytic parts that we have. So normally, in order to extract the right report, you should believe to the data that you want to work on it. So normally we are rejecting this type of requested just on the policy that we have. And normally, according to the experience that I have in the international market, normally the international companies, well-known companies, they are doing exactly the same. They never ever accepted the handmade data to just work on this and give any output of this. This is not really popular.
What about startup ecosystem? They have users and they have data of their users. Would you like to analyze that data?
Sometimes if we have a project with this type of companies that they have their own data, it's very good. It's very important assets for the companies, especially the companies working with data. Normally we are using of those data just in the crossing check with our own data. So normally we can find a solution how we can use of those data not put in our report. Normally for cross-checking, in order to be assured we are in the right side, normally we are using of those type of data, but it depends. Sometimes those data is very important, as instance when we want to have access to the resources, those data is very useful. But we never ever use those data in our reporting as of our output.
Okay, thank you. Do you want to add something?
No, once again, I would like to appreciate I would like to mention I'm not in the organizer of this event. I'm beside of this. Our company is involved, but I'm not involved on this. I would like to appreciate from everybody to organize this great conference for the first time, really first time, with this scope. As I mentioned at our interview, it's really beyond my expectation. I should appreciate everyone to have this great time as of the first experience for us. Definitely we had some problems, some mistake of this event, but with the support of everyone that participate today at this event, definitely we can continue this way, and thank you for the time that you spent for this purpose.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.